Hey everybody, this is James of Radius Plus here at SSA Las Vegas, here for their 50th anniversary. And I'm joined today by my friend Thaddeus Campbell, who actually just started up his new program, the Self Storage Report, airing every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Thaddeus, you and our friend you and our friend Chris do something I really admire, which is almost to challenge this industry's development history. Yeah, I appreciate what you guys are doing, and you talked about your almost contrarian take of we should probably pump the brakes on development and talk that out a little bit more.
Yeah, not necessarily pump the brakes, but like be very diligent about where you're choosing to build, right? The platforms like yours are now available where we can go on and we can find out what's going on in the market at a high level. I think where we get into trouble is that old school. I work with Barry Sherman, 35 years of building ground up development. We've let go of some of those old school things in favor of new data. And the data is fantastic, but you still need to go do your homework. It's why SSA exists, because back in the day when I talked to the Mike Burnhams of the world, people that have been in storage since the 1970s, they would talk to each other to avoid making a mistake. The last thing you want in a market where, like Mike Burnham said it, he's like, look, if I've got a bunch of 5x5s that are underperforming and a bunch of 10x15s that are doing amazing, if a guy's building a mile and a half from me, I don't want him to build 5x5s. I want him to build 10x15s because I can deal with that. If he goes and builds a bunch more 5x5s that are already underperforming. So those conversations and that ability to talk, to come to an SSA show and yes, go get the data, go look at the high level of what's happening, see what the growth rate is, see what the saturation level is. But go talk to the other developers in that market. Go talk to the other stores in that market and make sure you get a big picture about, hey, look, you don't want to compress rates in a market 30, 40% because you open a bunch of new product and the market just wasn't, it didn't need it. And I think we saw a lot of that.
Daddy, you touched on something really important. It's a concern of ours as well. Radius Plus is a market intelligence platform, but with data becoming more and more accessible, we worry that people don't know how to interpret it the correct way. Self-storage has become even more confusing with web rates being what they are. ECRIs, not really sure where to drive in-place rates. What would be some advice for you to give to newcomers or even industry veterans alike to avoid common pitfalls of irresponsible development?
So I think it's how you view these data platforms, right? For us at S3 Partners, 35 years of building ground up development, your tool exists to compress time on the front end. It does not exist to stop us from doing the other things we need to do if a site makes it through that initial filter. Your site and others are perfect for allowing us to make quick decisions to kill things. It's getting rid of extra weight. It is not the tool that we want to rely on to make the ultimate decision to go forward. After we get that initial filter, and it saves us mountains of time. So it's incredibly valuable, but we still got to do that next step on the sites that we're going to go build, where we do have those conversations with the other people in the market. If there's other pipeline deals, are they actually going to happen? We're going to reach out and go talk to those people. Hey, are you doing this deal? Is this actually going to happen? And really figure out, look, go drive the site, see the housing developments that are there.